We're creeping on about half a year since I made the last Vandal tier list, and of course you guys know how this runs. I send the poll to my Discord server with around 72,000 members, and yes, not everyone participates, but still what's cool is that this tier list is still built with you guys, the community, even if it's not perfect. I've also shifted from making a list based off numbers to categorizing them in a more general tier list, which allows multiple Vandals to shine here, and I think makes the overall perception from the community a little bit more accurate. So without further ado, let's get started with the F tier. Every single gun in this tier received 0 votes. Not a single soul clicked on any of these Vandals. Oh my goodness. Without boring you, in the F tier, we have the Titan Male Vandal, Tethered Realms. Oh my god, green screens. I'm so glad there's no more green screens. Team Ace Vandal, Starlit Odyssey, Sensation, Schema, Sarmad, Nunca Olvidados, Lux, Immortalized, Hivemind, Guardrail, Avalanche, Aristocrat, Sys, Transition, Monstrosity, Lycan's Bane, Steps, and Cavalier. And yes, while there's a lot of battle pass here, like a lot of these are ones that were literally in this store. It's just insane that Valorant as a game has skins that come in for like $10, $15, $20 per skin that no one really buys and no one even votes for or is happy to own, which is just interesting to say the least. Battle Pass skins get a little bit more of a pass. Next, we bump up to the D tier, and I'm not gonna lie, they're really not that much better. Starting at the bottom, we got the Valorant Go Volume 2. Then we have Sandswept, followed by No Limits, and then Endeavor, then Ego, then Ruin. Low-key, Ruin deserves a little bit higher, but okay, you guys didn't vote. It's fine. Very few votes. Nitro, MKV2 Vandal. Funny, this just completely just... I forgot this existed. Holomoku, like the newest skin. Gone again. Winter Wonderland, a green screen. Venturi, Sylvanas, Prism 2, .exe, Comet Vandal. Not that bad for a battle pass, but D tier. Luna, Crimson Beast, Altitude. Oh my god, they thought this was gonna be premium. K-Tac, Orion, Black Market. Bro, this shit just fell so hard. And Wasteland. Ooh, a lot of these honestly deserve to be here regardless. I think this is a solid D tier. I really can't complain too much. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty much the only thing I can kind of complain about is that the D tier and F tier take up so much. Like there's so many forgotten skins. The amount of good skins compared to forgotten skins is so high. Because this is the C tier list, and these aren't terrible, but just because of how the votes were distributed, this is what ends up here. So in the C tier, this would be like C minus, Sakura, then Horizon. Who voted? This should be D, but okay, it got some votes, whatever. Then Origin. It sucks to see Origin all the way down in C, but compared to what there is now, it makes a lot of sense. Then Cryostatus, same idea, not terrible, but I think C makes sense. Neptune, crazy to see Neptune here, but the votes have just... Dude, the distribution of votes have changed a lot for some reason. Then Magepunk, I would put Magepunk B, but based off of, again, the cutoff on votes, Magepunk hits like C+. Then Imperium, basically tied with it at C+. Dude, that's it. That's all there is on C, because the rest, basically, if I were to show you guys a chart, the way the votes ramp up aren't linear. It starts ramping up so aggressively because, again, there's just a few fan favorites that dominate the Vandal space. Next up in the B tier, we have First Valiant Hero. Honestly, B is pretty good because to call it a bad skin would be kind of too unfair, so it's more niche, and I think B tier is exactly that. It's for the niche, because after that there's Ion, same idea, a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. It's just a niche skin. Speaking of which, Elder Flame comes up after that. Objectively, a lot of effects, good skin, but you either love it or hate it. So B tier really made its own little niche here, followed by Overdrive. Same, I think that's fair. I don't really like this skin, but if you like it, objectively, a lot of things going on. Then there's Oni. This hurt a little. I really like the Oni Vandal a lot, but it didn't really receive that much votes compared to the upper ranks here. So you guys spoke, it is Oni. Then there is Chrono Void. Same idea. I think it's a solid skin. Great perfect. Then there's Primordium, same idea, amazing finisher, but you know, nothing too crazy to stand out. Then there's Glitch Pop. Glitch Pop has slowly fallen over the years, but I don't think we'll see it below B anymore in the future, but only time will tell there. Then we have the Zero Fang. The Zero Fang is literally the upper end of B. Like, it almost made A, which surprised me. I don't really like this skin, but I guess it goes to show there's something that people want when it comes to clean effects with some amount of simplicity, so it still fits that niche. B was, in my opinion, this is a great tier here. This I agree with for the most part. Moving from here, we have the A tier. I also think this is a really good tier, and I have a little bit of a shock, a really big shock actually. Let's get into it. So we have the Champions 2023. I think this is fair. I think it is good. It is clean. It is definitely an A tier skin. We have Forsaken, same idea. Both variants are nice. It is a great A tier skin. No complaints whatsoever here. Then we have the RGX 11Z Pro. This one is quite a classic. Same idea. Like I feel so far A is flawless. Then we have Sentinels of Light. This is pretty good. A lot going on, especially the default color variant. Very clean. Hard to complain. Very clean. Then we have Champions 2021. This surprised me. I'm surprised 2021 beat 2023. I don't mind either, but I think 2023 is still clean, but gives you more, so I am surprised here, but okay, they both hit the A tier. Then, right at the cutoff, we have Gaia's Vengeance. This surprised me. I like Gaia's Vengeance. I used it a lot. I consider it A tier, but I thought the community would consider it like B+ at best, so I'm surprised. You guys have spoken. It is the upper end of the A tier, right before the S tier. Now, for a little bit of context, the S tier has a very significant cutoff. It is the top 5 Vandals, and on top of that, it has a spike in votes. So the curve again jumps up as you guys vote for the top 5 here that make the S tier Vandals of Valorant as of today, June 5th, when I'm commentating this, 2024. Let's get into it, starting with Prime. Yes, Prime is still in the S tier. I actually would give it A, even though I like this skin. I do think in the end, there is something to be said. It aged well for its price. I do praise it often. I don't mean to, but in the end, it's a 1775 skin, and the 1775 skins of today don't have nearly as much. Like, it still has a unique reload animation that has not been mimicked other than 2.0, right? Like, in the end, when it comes to how unique the reload is, this dismantles the gun in a completely unique way. So it's hard to argue with Prime still staying near the top. I know a lot of people roll their eyes, it's overrated, blah, blah, blah. It's a golden white skin with a cool reload animation. The other variants are kind of lame. I don't think they aged that well, but Prime still makes it up here. Then we have Araxis. I love this one. It's same idea. Actually, if you think about it, I know it doesn't have a unique reload, but still the way the gun moves, if it wasn't for Zero Fang's minor version of this, Araxis is like, it's a statement piece. Like, it's really nice, but I would say it's niche. You either like it or you hate it, and there's enough people here to like it to propel it to top 5 and in the S tier. Then we have Reaver. I like Reaver. I mean, it's a classic. It is a little bit crazy that now we have Reaver and Prime appear so consistently. The rest have actually changed over the years. Like, back in the day, dude, Glitch Pop would be up here against Prime and Reaver. So as Vandals get added, it is very interesting to see how stuff start to split and fade and how opinions form over the years, because it's definitely happening. Reaver and Prime stay up here consistently. Reaver is just unique and has a strong enough niche to keep itself on top. But Prelude to Chaos comes in second place. You guys seem to really like this skin, and I've seen it climb over the years as well, or over the year, I don't know, since its release. I think it's been 2 years now, and to be honest, a little bulky for me. I would put it A, but you guys like it as the S. You guys voted for it. I won't argue it. It is still a nice skin overall with a ton of effects. I still think it's kind of niche, but that's just my opinion. I won't speak too much on it. I mean, I prefer Gaia's Vengeance, and clearly you guys disagree with that, right? That's the thing about opinions, but you guys voted, and here it is at S. There's only one Vandal remaining, and I feel most of you saw this coming. It is the Kuronami Vandal. I actually do not own this Vandal because I sort of stopped buying skins because the price is insane. I don't think Kuronami should have exceeded 8,700, and I will stand by that, but that isn't alongside any amount of ignorance. It is probably the best Vandal in the game, and I see that as well. We got clean variants across the board. Literally all 4 are beautiful. We got a clean skin with a lot of effects without overdoing it. It's not over flashy, but it's also not invisible. It still makes a statement. It's got that sort of niche that I think will hold itself very strong. Similar to Reaver or Prime, this thing is here to stay for a long time. You got the unique reload, you got amazing sounds, you got a much better finisher than anything here. So, you know, I think it deserves its spot in the basically S+ #1 Vandal skin in the game. I don't think many people will disagree, but let me know what your opinion is, or hell, just put your top 5 Vandals down below, and thanks for watching. Something that wasn't on the vote, but I have to throw in here to keep this list up to date properly, is the Amondor Vandal. Amondor. It's the new skin. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's that great. This isn't voted on by you guys, but I would put this in like C or B tier, B-. We'll put it in B, but I'm split between B and C, just so you have this Vandal on the tier list. This is where I would put it, but you know what? Let me know. Where would you put this on the tier list down below? Because now I'm curious.